Force, Luke.
Sometimes truth isn't good enough.
I feel the need for speed.
Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes!
Because it's their time. Their time. Up there. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here.
Oh, thank the Lord it's Wednesday, because Wednesday means one thing. It means FrostCast, and I'm so grateful to be here today on another Wednesday. I think this is FrostCast 42. That's 42 consecutive times I've dragged King Z and the Oracle away from whatever they were doing. Better uses of their time on a Wednesday night to shoot and gab. Topics of the day from around nerddom. Lots of stuff to talk about here, and I'm very grateful that everybody can join us today. If you like to be heard, please comments during the show. We will get those to us on the screen and read you out. That's a promise. Likes, shares, subscribes, all that happy horse nonsense. Oh, all that stuff for me. I appreciate it. King Z, what's good? You get some car trouble. You fixed that yet?
Just a little bit. Down here, they dumped like 700 pounds of water on us in a matter of like few hours. And, you know, living down here in Georgia, they don't like to pave the roads, just to let you know that. So we ended up down a dirt road and then like up to our eyeballs in water and mud and soup. And it looked nasty. Mm-hmm. It looked nasty. And sorry, I don't have a 4-wheel drive. I don't have an all-wheel drive. I have a front-wheel drive. And
you got a no-wheel drive.
It backwards okay, but I'm not driving down that road as slippery as it is backwards over a bridge. Not going to happen. Not today.
Not tomorrow, not the next day. It's at this point, you should probably just leave the car there and buy a new one.
That's exactly the joke I made earlier today. I'm getting to that point where I just have to leave it there and go buy a new one.
Abandon. You know, just take all your stuff out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get the King Z custom gear shift knob. Take that off. Get all your crap out of the trunk.
Report it stolen. Throw a mocktail cocktail in there. Mocktail cocktail.
Smash a couple windows. Good measure. You know, don't do anything stupid like leave the key in the ignition. That won't help the claim. They frown on that. Just so you know. Maybe not live stream the plan in detail next time. It's also a solid option. I just said buy a new one.
Usually
not abandon and file a claim. It's bizarre to me though, because I always think of
allegedly,
air quote.
Or we could go with the OJ. Write the book like, if I did it, this is how I would do it.
Right. It's funny because I think of mud and you guys down there. Like I think about snow for us up here. So it just doesn't occur to me that there are roads that the natives don't know how to traverse. You know what I mean? Like I just figure everybody has the 4-wheel drive for the same opposite reasons that we have it.
So funny thing is that we were walking down to the car to try to get it out again, and one of the people who actually live on that road came up and they're like, yeah, usually we have a sign that says road is impassable if it rains. Yep. And they said the kids like to steal the sign. We're trying to get it back up. I'm like, well, great, that would have been handy.
Information that would have been useful to me
yesterday.
Yeah, that's wild, man. I know getting stuck in snow is bad enough, but I've never actually been stuck so bad up here in New England that I had to just leave it. Like that's never happened to me before. So, and mud's got to be just as obnoxious too. As long as it's going anywhere, it's going to be mud tomorrow.
And the best part was those roadside assistants that said you might just have to leave it there.
Dude, when roadside assistants hit you with the Black Panther, we don't do that here. Like you probably don't deliver DoorDash or Amazon or anything else to that road ever again.
Oh,
you know, you might.
It is now blacklisted.
Yeah,
from
no, I'm good.
It's blacklisted from the delivery routes.
You know, until we get the Winter Wolf's Den private helicopter back up in the air so we can airdrop these kind of things, you just can't do it. And we're working towards that. We're working to that.
I saw a Chinook flying by today. I was about to wave him down, and we cut some sling load and get that thing airlifted.
It would just pop a flare, stand on top of the car, just like flag it down. Yeah. How do they? I mean, if it can move a tank, it can move your car. I mean, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it can move a tank. So.
Just like if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
I mean, dude, at this point, the best way to get people to come out to help might be if you charge everybody $5 and they can all just throw wrenches at the car. Like that might be the play.
And then go buy a new one.
And then go buy a new one. Then you won't need to allegedly do anything weird with Progressive.
Allegedly.
You know, you won't have any geckos rolling up on your front porch like boom, 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 boom. We know it's some BS. We ain't
Yeah,
paying.
you got Flo and little Gecko down there.
The Mayhem guy's gonna show up just because he's got a thing for Flo, and they just hold you down while she beats you. Like, yeah,
And then Allstate.
right. He just comes in. He just comes in for the finish right off the top. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll pay out of pocket. But yeah, so that's that. Updates from up here. Everybody is well and healthy. Surgery went well. People are recovering at home. Post-op complications were a nil. Follow-up is tomorrow, though. But so we've had a long day, but we're going to keep to our format here. Everybody's nice and stable and well medicated upstairs. So for everybody that did reach out, thank you. I appreciate it. And she's doing quite well. So without any further ado, we did put together a slate of topics for FrostCast. This does not involve any show reviews because we are keeping our Andor wrap-up coverage. A side note for Kingsley directly, given the events of today, I did not watch any of the episodes yet. So just as a way of passing comments, like don't dump any on me because I haven't watched anything yet.
Okay.
And just as an Andor aside, I was shocked because I hadn't seen even people that were talking about having enjoyed the show. I haven't seen a lot of YouTube videos just doing show breakdowns on it like we were. On my YouTube feed today, loads of people talking about the Andor finale. Did it hit? Did it not hit? I'm like, where were you assholes? Episodes 1 through 9.
I know. We were the only ones out there. Now everyone wants to jump on our bandwagon.
Everybody want to be like the Wolf's Den now. Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because Andor was the show to be watching.
Right.
And we were in since day one.
Right.
Ish.
Of season 1.
Right. We were in since day 1-ish.
We'll have a more analytical topic on Andor stuff. I want to pick your brain on some of the business side of things. You probably gathered that from the topic list. But we could let's do the fun stuff up first, though. We got a bunch of trailers to look at. This list just kept getting longer and longer, like throughout the day today. I had initially only planned for Superman and Ironheart, and then the Armorist was like, "Hey, did you see this other trailer for like Fallout?" I'm like, "Okay, like that's a thing."
So come to find out, Fallout's been dropped from the list because that's not an official trailer.
Oh, dude, you're right. I did hear about that later in the day. Somebody else was mentioning how they caught a copyright claim for it because it was not an official. It was just leaked out of Amazon for Fallout, right?
Yeah, Amazon Prime. Yep.
Oh, that's regrettable. I was looking forward to that, but maybe we can just talk a little bit about Fallout then when we get there. But we do have a few other trailers that we're going to take a peek at. And then I think rounding up when we get to the back half of the show, if there's still time, there were just some mini Marvel kind of headlines and bits and bobs. Like you had the Jessica Jones thing. I saw one on Charlie Cox. Just a little fun stuff. Nothing, no deep dive there. Just stuff to talk about. And then anything else that comes up. Yeah, because we got an hour.
So, first off, I'd like to welcome y'all to Trailer-palooza.
Look at that. Custom graphics. Nice.
All right.
Wait. Can we get sued for using the Palooza? Or is that public domain?
I think that's public domain. Everyone does a Palooza.
Right? That's okay. But I mean, everybody.
If you hear it on radio, it's public domain.
That's fair. That's fair. And I don't think anybody's ever actually used Trailer-palooza. Let's be fair.
I mean, people have been sued over calling their big party for the football game that ends the year their Super Bowl party. Right. And they got sued over that because Super Bowl is copyrighted. So they call it the big game party now and stuff like that. But no one's ever been a palooza sued. So...
And I don't think anybody's ever Trailer-palooza, period. I mean, like, I think this is unique. Dude, we should probably just get this on the t-shirt and TM it right now.
That's right.
I mean, what else are we doing? Trailer-palooza, Winter Wolf's original. Anyway, you can pick the order. I don't care which order we do it. I'd like to be able to take 2 peeks at these just to kind of round out our time. Like maybe we run it through with minimal commentary and then break down, especially Superman and Ironheart, because I think we'll have to dig into that.
All right, I was going to start with Superman.
Let's do it. Let's get the big dog out of the way.
And just let you know that this FrostCast has been censored for a public audience.
It has been censored for a public audience, and more so, this is all used in good faith with fair use in mind. Evening Pape, what's going on, brother? Happy
That's
to
right.
see
Let's
you.
get the legal stuff out of the way. This is fair use.
100% fair use. Dude, it's a commercial that you put out there in the world, Warner Brothers. We're just doing you a favor talking about your movie, and likely positively, I might add. Let's do it.
And all the other trailers we're going to talk about. And let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
I'm not going to be positive.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
Oh, he already knows. Okay.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
She's a very cute Lois Lane.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Classic.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
I
what
know,
some
it's a
might.
lot of
it's
fire,
it's a
but-
lot.
Theme building.
Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody
more
except for me.
problems around the world.
And doing good.
I love that shot.
I
It's
would
one of my
question
favorites.
myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Is this emo Superman or is he just pissed? Classic.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Eyes up here.
I was poorly missed the Snyder's version.
Your choices. Your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you.
Dude, there is a lot going on in this movie.
It's the movie to build a universe.
The universe is already there.
You have a dog?
Okay. Yeah, I noticed this. She's awfully aggressive in that interview. And I've heard in other places that scene goes on for about 8-9 minutes. So it's probably fairly heavy. It probably builds into that, hopefully, and gets to that level. It isn't just her being outright abusive right from jump. King, what do you think, though? I think this is the first trailer we got that has some substance to it, a little bit, but I still really don't know what the plot of the movie is at a glance. It's just a lot of shit going on.
I mean, we saw Lex Luthor go into the Fortress of Solitude. We see Superman getting like prosecuted for going and stopping a war. And then like, you're representing him. Like, I'm not representing anything but me. That was a great line.
Good retort.
You can find. All right. My first thought is, being nerdy 50 years, we can finally move away from the Donner stuff.
What Donner stuff do you want to move away from? Because I'm okay with the Donner stuff. And if we're talking about the theme and the score in particular, bring that the F back. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that little bit. You know, the classic theme works for me. I wish they used some of that, and even a sample in Man of Steel would have hit all the buttons for me. I'm with that.
So we got another shot of was it Mr. Terrific?
Yep. Got
And
that. There's
so many bad guys in this one too, like minor ones. Like you have a
dude,
dragon.
who's good, who's bad? That's what I'm saying. There's a
got
giant monster.
There's the giant, the giant monster. There's the robot thing. There's the lady who throws like razor blades.
Yeah. I thought that was supposed to be like Discount Feora from Man of Steel, minus the haircut. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. There's a lot, right? Maybe. MK, I mean, Warner Brothers owns MK. They could have brought her in. Dude, you're right, dude. I'm not going to say it's clutter just yet, because I mean, all this stuff's still out of context, and we still don't know
what's
Like,
happening.
can we get a plot synopsis, please?
But
You
I
know?
don't think we need that, because I think that would throw away from the excitement of going to the movie. You want to get people hot and ready for the movie,
Yeah.
and then have them go into the movie and then see what it's about, instead of the trailer tell you everything, and you go for the trailer, you go to the movie to see the extra credit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we could stand to get away from that a little bit. I think of just of the experience of going for the 2 hours to get to the post credits, see the couple of after credit rolls,
because you already know what's going to happen. I liked it like this. It's showing me all the hot big scenes, or some of the hot big scenes.
Glimpses.
That's starting to get me excited to go. You see a little bit of like the bad guys winning a little bit. Superman taking it on the chin everywhere he goes.
Oh, we knew that. Yeah, we knew that.
And then, like, the actors portraying their different roles. Like, we got another shot of Guy Gardner, Green Lantern.
Yep. That's my man Fillion. Yeah.
Which apparently he's in a cut scene, or he's in. I saw a trailer for Peacemaker.
Yeah, it was Peacemaker season 2,
and he was trying out, and Guy Gardner was in there doing was one of the people interviewing.
He was interviewing. Yeah, I saw that. Maybe we should go back and watch Peacemaker. I don't know. I've heard mixed, but I'm not too.
We kind of started it.
I had a side thought on Peacemaker when I saw that commercial the other day. I saw that same ad with the interview, and I was thinking to myself, the ragtag group of anti-heroes that do the found family thing works when they're the exception to the team rule, and not when literally every team is that. Like I'm kind of over the Guardians of the Galaxy ragtag found family thing. Like, now, just put together a team that's on the same page, and then conflict arises because of what they have to go do, not because of the baggage they brought with them. I think I'm all set with that. And I hope Fantastic Four scratches a little bit of that itch, where they're just all on the same page, like up front, because they are a de facto family anyway.
De facto family, yeah. The only one who's out is Grimm.
And he's dude's best friend since like junior high.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's, for all intents and purposes, he's family. But there's some other cool stuff in that Superman trailer too. I mean, I think Crypto's going to be a big hit. I think people are going to gravitate towards them. People love dogs, especially Americans. We love dogs. Those toys are going to sell.
Yeah, the one thing I like about this Crypto is that it's not like a Doberman. It's not a retriever. It's a small little dog, which I think is great.
That's James Gunn's self-insert. That's his dog from childhood, is what I heard about that. So that explains the other difference there. Like Pape was talking about, that interview was kind of savage, but I like Clark Kent with a little bit of piss and vinegar, being like, I stopped a damn war. People were going to die. I didn't need your, I mean, he doesn't say I didn't need your permission, but like, that's clearly the tone and the optics of what's going on in this film.
And that's exactly what he needs to say. I don't need your permission to save the day. I am Superman. I am not an American. Technically, he's not an American citizen. No. He's an alien from another world.
Right. He just happens to live in Metropolis. Now he used to live in Smallville. You know what? One image though I'm over though is the notion that Superman is handcuffed. I'm done with that. I'm sick of that. I'm good with that. I've seen that enough times. It's laughable every time they do it, because they always do it the same way. It's I figured it would make you feel better if I looked like I was complying. I'm like, you didn't.
And then he just kind of bites him like they're nothing.
Whenever he wants. I mean, unless it's kryptonite cuffs or something, and it didn't look like Luthor cops setting them up. So, and I'm kind of over that imagery. I wanted to ask, because I know we have the Oracle tonight who can probably do the quick lookup. Hawk Girl, is that Dina from Last of Us? Is that Isabella Merced?
I'm not sure. I think it might be.
I think it is. Yeah. So that could be interesting. She's not exactly grown on me. She's nodding. Yeah. Okay, cool. She's not exactly grown on me a lot from The Last of Us, but she's pretty. So, it's eye candy on the screen for everybody. I'm interested in the giant robot thing because I didn't recognize that either. You were going to say on Hawk Girl?
No, I was going to say, there's so many different heroes in this too. Like we brought up, there's Hawk Girl, there's Guy Gardner, there's Superman, there's Mr. Terrific. I wonder if they're going to throw in, like, since you see Mr. Terrific, or you can get a shot of like the Green Arrow or Canary or one of them as well.
And the only one we know for sure, the only one we're not going to get is Batman. That's dude. And would that not be a power move though? Of all the shadows
post-credit scene,
into man, I knew it. Exactly. And why wouldn't they? I mean, there's another rumor that's kind of tangential to this preview coming out today, is that what's his face is off of directing the Batman 2
Yep.
Like that might be it's still a project, but he is no longer attached to it. I haven't seen his social media accounts verify that at all. But it's a rumor that's making the rounds in, places.
Yeah, I did see that he's walked away from it due to him not being able to finish a script.
Right. So so if it's not even a script finish, then it might just be kaput. Like that might just be a quiet way out then, so Gunn can do whatever version of Batman he wants to do. Jensen Ackles, are you out there? I'm ready for Batman Beyond. Like, I'm just saying. Like live action, not animated. Like make that happen. Or who's the dude that plays Negan in Walking Dead that everybody loves? He was in Mad Men. Can't remember his name. Pape's right there. He's got to know who it is. Come on, dude. Who played Negan? Jeff something, right? That guy. Batman 2 is DOA. He says, "Hey, who played Negan? Help me out." Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Never mind. I helped myself. Oh, see, I said it before I read it. I swear. All right, that himself. Thank you. Hey, got my back. He'd make another older, grizzled Batman type, and other people wanted the guy from Reacher. What's that guy's name? Alan Rickman. Richardson. That dude's like 6'4" and like 240. Like he looks like he probably played Bane. But yeah, he'd make a decent Batman just given the frame and the delivery. We know he can toss hands on a show. That could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this opens the door. Like, if Pape's right and Batman 2 is actually DOA and it's not just King Z is departed due to creative differences, maybe this is Gunn's setup for his own Batman. That could be interesting.
It's about time.
You know what I'm saying? King Z writing Batman. I mean, I got a pretty good Batman script over there. I can show you later.
I mean, the Batfleck never got a solo movie.
And I got to eat the biggest plate of crow on that one. I'm on record as having eaten the crow on that one. I thought that was 1,000,000,000 times better than I had thought it had any right to be. Was Batfleck, not the fat reshoots. You know what I mean? Like his actual appearance, like in suit. You know, when he was actually in shape, especially the training montage. Dude got swole for the role.
Yeah,
he really did. I mean, no more power to him. But I mean, he's like 50 now.
He had some good lines as Bruce Wayne too. When him and Clark were going at it.
Yeah. Oh, when him and Clark were going at it at the gala, or when Superman and Batman were going at it, and it got kind of stupid with Martha. There's a difference.
No, I was talking about when they were at the gala. Like down in Gotham, we don't like it when clowns dress up in suits.
Exactly. I'd be with that. That would be okay. Yeah, dude, I'll have to tell you about that Batman script over there on the wall. Batman Jabberwocky,
the guy who played Aquaman in Smallville.
I don't remember, dude. Never watched an episode of Smallville back in the day.
Neither did I.
Missed out. I know. I heard it was really good. Even its lower seasons, people seem to really like.
Didn't they bring back a couple of them and did like a newer version of it?
I think they brought the actor back for the crossover event that they did on CW.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't think they ever did they didn't do a limited series that reunified the cast. Yeah, Alan Richardson. That's right. That's the big
Richardson. Yeah.
There we go.
Good dude.
So yeah, I'm trying to think if there was anything else that jumped out in the trailer for me. I know Pape mentioned a couple times that he wants to just move past the visuals and the score. Dude, but you know what? I need familiar and 15 to 20% different, and I'm happy. I like the score. It's timeless. I want that. When they do another Star Trek movie or a Star Wars movie, I want the themes. I want the opening crawl. I thought those were horribly missing from all the new stuff that we got, especially these Star Wars shows that don't have John Williams' theme on them, so they don't have to pay him. It's noticeably missing for me.
Hey, John Williams.
Wait, you hate John Williams? What?
No, I said pay John Williams.
Oh, you do? Yeah, do pay him, pay Timothy Zahn, pay them all. Pay them all, But I think the only other theme I know from any of these Disney shows is The Mandalorian, because it's got that Western dun, 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 you know what I mean? It's got like that. It's just noticeably different.
I didn't believe we got much hate when we said to bring Timothy Zahn on and to write.
That was bizarre. That was bizarre. A lot of bot dislikes, though. I think there were a lot of bot dislikes there on that one.
I think bringing Timothy Zahn on, a multi-time American bestseller list writer, should be able to hammer out a pretty good script that would make everyone happy. And he's very familiar with the Star Wars universe.
Let me tell you right now, you put Timothy Zahn and Tony Gilroy together to do Thrawn, Heir to the Empire, you've got 3 movies that make $2 billion a piece. That's a fact.
Yeah. Well, how much
That's not an overestimation.
Tony Gilroy
It's just-
loves his projects and the
It's
attention
just
to detail.
professionalism. You're not wrong. Dude, it's easy money. They're both right there. You
Yeah.
could do it. Dude, they could cancel this stupid ass Ray movie tomorrow and say, all right, Tony, we got an idea. We gotta do something else. Work on this. Dude, exactly, Pape. Exactly. The blueprint was right there. And what's worse than the blueprint, even just simply being right there, it's the blueprint that like 80% of people assumed was being worked on.
Yeah.
You know, when they announced that there was another trilogy coming, people were like, finally. I read these books in the that was early to mid 90s, right?
It was
the Empire, Final Order, and
I think it was like early 90s. I think it came out like 93, 94. So
I say it might have been cruising. It might have been middle school, junior high to high school, even. So I don't think. Yeah, I think I read them after college, and I was late to that party.
I was late to it too because I read it. I read them when I lived in Miami, so that was after 2002.
Yeah, I definitely picked up the first book. The first book is Heir to the Empire, right? If I remember correctly.
Heir to the Empire.
The Final Order or the Last Order, I think.
Last Command. Last Command. The last book.
I don't remember the middle book though. I can't think of the title off the top of my head.
Wow. 90.
Does it reference the fleet that they're looking for? 91.
Yeah, the Dark Fleet.
The Dark Fleet. Was that the name of the book?
I think that was.
Oh, okay. Either which way, I caught those like post 9/11, like when I got really into like e-readers. I got like my first Kindle at some point, my first couple of audiobooks. Like a friend, you know, like yourself, recommended the Zahn trilogy. I was like, oh, that's right. There were supposed to be 9 stories in this saga. Let me go check that out. And then we got what we got, and here we are. You know, but yeah, dude, Zahn, Gilroy, like unrelated project. I'm not even say put them on the Ray movie. I'm not even say put them on the Starfighter movie. Like that can be Sean, what's his name? Sean Levy, the guy that's doing that movie. That's his thing with Ryan Gosling. Knock him, like, God, go get it. There's other projects that can be told, and they don't need to be Starfighters or Jedi Academy or sequel trilogy. You know what I mean? It can be anything. Dark Force Rising. I'm sorry, I side-eyed that one. Thank you, Pape. I appreciate you.
Dark Force
slowing down tonight, just saying. Anyway,
in the bookshelf that's behind the movie theater behind me, I have all 3 right there.
I think I have them over there on my shelf as well. But I remember just like when I was working inpatient and had a lot of downtime between intakes late, I killed a lot of the ebooks. But yeah, let's just cycle back just to the other trailer real quick on the Superman thing. Was there anything? I feel like there's one thing I was missing besides the score, which I liked. Visuals I liked. He took the beat down, like you said, so we know he's going to overcome. We get the Fortress of Solitude. We got all the other ancillary casts coming in.
I think we got it all.
I think we did because I gave it a little bit of credit to Nick Holt as Lex Luthor. I think he's going to smoke Jesse Eisenberg. Whatever he's Eisenberg, Baconberg. I don't know. He's some kind of berg. Iceberg. I don't know. He's gonna make for a better Lex Luthor. I mean, just the look alone makes more sense.
He has the bald head.
You know, I mean, it's just it's not that, you know, Gene Hackman played it in a way that nobody else could. I mean, like this dude's bald in like 98% of the comics, just be bald.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just kind of your thing. Yeah, dude, slam a good trailer, but this thing's coming out in like 10 seconds. Do we get one more that actually does a synopsis, or do you think this is the ride?
There'll probably be one. There'll probably be one more, like 30 days before.
Yeah, that would make sense because that would be true. And these movies usually get 3. They get a teaser and then they get 2-minute long, like full length. Right. Okay. True.
Cool. Probably it'll probably release on All-Star Weekend, which is right before.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because Superman's July, right?
July 11th.
June. That's right. True. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put a pin in that. Make sure we get out to see that at the same time because that'll be a big one. Because I think like an entire franchise, not just the Superman franchise, the whole brand is hanging on this film. Like if this movie tanks, if this movie doesn't make $1 billion, they're in trouble because they need this to bankroll all the other crap they want to do. It's not like Warner Brothers is operating from a position of mega financial strength. Like they got bills to pay. They got some significant debt.
They would definitely be coming out with Supergirl already wrapped, and then season 2 of Peacemaker, and James Gunn did come out and say that season 1 is canon minus their references to the Justice League.
Yep. I remember that. And I think he's doubled down and reiterated that a couple of times via his Twitter X account as we've gone forward.
Yeah.
But if Superman tanks, how hard do you think Supergirl tanks, or is that not a guarantee? Because in my head, it kind of is. It's kind of like they're connected. And I think a bomb in Superman turns off a good chunk of people that might have been willing to give a lesser known character, like a B-lister, like Supergirl, the kind of benefit of the doubt to just roll into that. You know, I don't know. What do you think of that?
I don't think it would hurt it that much because of the Supergirl TV show that was on the CW. It might have its own following. So,
yeah, but I mean, is that a Supergirl follow or is that a Melissa Benoit following? A lot of people love that actress, and we're kind of pissed for some reason that 15 years after that show stopped, like she's not cast in the role. And I'm like, I don't know. They're playing it like kind of lore accurate. She's supposed to be 19, like when she gets to Earth, kind of thing. And the girl that plays her from Game of Thrones is, I think, like 23. So it looks like she's about 19
instead of in her 30s.
Right, instead of in her 30s, and like, you know, still in good shape, but like has a couple of kids, hasn't really been in anything in a few years, like that kind of thing. People still love her though, because I don't follow her Instagram accounts, but you get that whole somebody likes, recommends for you thing, and she's giant following, so it's not like her Q score has fallen into like a negative number or anything. Like she's still a celebrity to some extent. But all right, that's Superman and DC. Let's get to the other one.
So we showed the good. Now let's go to the vault and let's dust some dust off of this that wrapped 2 years ago. The first trailer of Ironheart.
Now, dude, total disclosure, I saw a couple videos roasting this throughout the day. I listened just long enough to get some of the roast, but I have not actually seen what they saw. You know what I mean? So, I haven't seen what you've seen.
Let's see what they've seen.
God, dude, maybe we don't have to. Not how you sell me.
Hello?
She broke in somewhere, got stuck in an elevator. Ominous music drop.
Welcome, Mary. In less than 3 minutes, the air in this elevator will no longer be breathable.
Oh, what is this?
Your interview. You'll suffocate and die unless you break into the device on the floor, where you'll find a gas mask. Good luck.
Screw this.
Opening the doors, getting the elevator to work.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius. So you went her out.
That Hamilton?
His son.
Riri, I see you. I see you're fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
Ag.
You are not the first genius at MIT.
How come you're not working at one of those fancy tech firms?
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable. Something
important.
Iconic.
Are you kidding? She actually said it?
The tools to help you carry out your vision. But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done.
With a box of scraps.
What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot. You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that. Wild. A shady bunker.
My bunker's not shady. Would a shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
Okay. The first trailer of Ironheart.
Hopefully it's the last trailer of Ironheart and they belched this all out on a Saturday. Like, dude, It's a product of its time.
You can't blame them for trying to empty the vault out. It's been done. They spent the money.
It's backwashing the sludge. It's backwashing the sludge, 100%. I mean, that is what it is. Specifics that you picked up on, besides the box of scraps, because we're all talking about the box of scraps. Yeah, dude, we're watching it though. Oh, don't you worry.
We will watch this, and you will get our honest opinion.
Yeah. Dude, and that's the thing. If it hits, just like I said earlier about the Batflex situation, I'll go, I was wrong. Dude, I got zero compunctions about saying some shit I was wrong. It does not offend me to admit I was wrong. That's the thing. You know, but the other half of that is if I tell you I'm not wrong, you're probably gonna just go with it. Like, you know, to be fair, but let me get some thoughts and analysis there. You're usually more thoughtful than I am because my gut reaction is exactly what I just saw.
So the guy you're thinking who said Hamilton, he actually plays Hamilton's son and one of his friends. He plays two characters in Hamilton. He was also in The Heights, which is a play written by the same guy who wrote Hamilton.
That Rachel Zegler also bombed in. Wait, no, was she in that? Oh no, I'm thinking of the other one.
West Side. She was in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story.
Yeah, I was thinking West Side Story. My bad. Yep.
Actually, In the Heights was a pretty good movie. I liked it.
I heard it was. Yep. That should have also thrown me off. And I think didn't that actually win its Oscar?
I don't think it won. I think it won one for music. I don't think it won like Best Picture. It wasn't up for Best Picture.
I know it won something. But anyway, give me some thoughts. Give me the analysis.
So I think he's going to be. Was it Mephisto? He's going to.
Yeah.
He gave that vibes with the hair.
I'm not gonna joke.
Not a problem that he's playing. I think he's a good actor. He could pull it off too.
Dude, they could all be fine actors. All of them. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. How do you use Mephisto in this dumpster fire?
Hear me out.
Why?
Because he's playing, which Mephisto is pretty much Satan, and he lives on temptation, and he tries to bring out the worst in people.
Oh,
he tries to make people sin.
Oh, dude.
That's how they're using him.
Conceptually, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
The problem here is you don't have Doom show up in a Disney Plus show either. You don't have Magneto show up in a Disney Plus show.
We do have Kingpin.
Because he fits Daredevil on a street level.
Yeah.
Mephisto, zero fucks to give about the street level, temptation or not. It's a stupid use of an S tier villain. Period. It's just dumb. Dude, I can't even. I'm over trailers. Like, for the amount of times people like to throw shade and allegations of our isms and our bigotries and all kinds of stuff, I'm not the one over here trying to sell other people a show by first frame showing you that it's by the guy that produced Wakanda Forever. I'm also not the guy making every trailer that has a black lead have a rap song or a hip hop song scoring the background. Also not a decision I made. And I'm also not the one writing all black characters to do hood rat shit, like breaking into places and stealing shit. And everybody that's made something of themselves did so by being a piece of shit. Batman, Superman, Professor X, the Fantastic Four, hundreds of superheroes, men, women, white, black,
Luke
alien,
Cage.
human, whatever, all of them. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's a stupid thing to say. And I don't care if it's the mock villain in the show even saying that and she has to unlearn it, because she's not going to. Because this is a garbage ass character. Legacy, hand me down. I want to make something iconic. Was it iconic when Tony Stark built the same thing 25 effing years ago in this world?
In a cave.
In a cave with the box. You know the box.
Lots of scraps.
What's in the box? You knew that was coming. What's in the box? It's Pepper's head is in the box, apparently. Maybe that was the motivation. I don't know.
Actually, technically, it was Pepper's head that was in the box.
You saw what I did. You seen it. All right, he picked it up. That's what I'm talking about.
I had to remember if it was Gwyneth Paltrow or not. That was in that movie. It was. It's like you said, this show is sludge that was so bad that it was finished and just put on a shelf for 2 years. So I think that the drop now must just be like contractual obligations, like people got to get paid. They have to have their residuals. No, they already got their pays, and there are no residuals with streaming.
Oh, that's right. That was the whole big dust up with Scarlett Johansson and all that other stuff. Good point.
So
yeah, it did. Seven
this
did
is
rule.
just them trying to get out. Maybe Marvel Studios has an obligation to put out a show every now and then, and they're trying to right the ship, so they're not trying to rush new shows. So they just like, here, we'll just throw this out here,
dude.
Just
this. Go ahead. I gotta shut my mouth. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is a Bill Idar thing. This isn't a Kevin Feige thing. This is a Bill Idar thing.
Oh yeah, Bob Iger.
Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bobby.
Bob at the head of Disney, right? The weatherman.
Yeah. Big Bobby there.
Big Bobby with the multiple showers a day in the golden shower in the office there. Yeah.
Yep.
What a ditz. These characters are so effing insufferable. Like, what's to like about this chick? Like, where's the challenge? This dude right off the rip tells her, "I see you wait." I mean, maybe he is the devil. Maybe that will be good. I see you waiting to have your greatness acknowledged. Like, is that what Ra's al Ghul told like Bruce Wayne when he broke him out of prison in Batman Begins? No. Like, no, I don't know, waiting for anything. It's like, you're gonna climb this effing mountain, get a flower, bring it over here, and then I'll beat the crap out of you. And if you can handle all that, then we can talk. And then you can start at the entry level of our organization.
Rub your chest.
You know what I mean?
Your arms will take care of themselves.
You sacrifice sure footing for a killing blow. That was the smartest thing anybody's ever said in the movie. You know? But like, what's that? Like Superman. Like, he's already got the superpowers, but Space Dad's still like, bro, I need you to stop by the Fortress of Solitude for like 20 years. You got to watch all my home videos. You need to learn some shit. But no, all these characters made in the last 7 years, they're just flat out, they come off the assembly line with everything you need inside you the whole time. And that couldn't be more fucking boring as a character. Dude, you've got a cast of characters 40 deep in the book you're working on. Are any of them perfect from jump?
No.
No, and you know how I know? Because I've read all your shit, and I can tell you they don't. Because I'd be like, dude, Mary Sue, Gary Stu, that dude need to have killed somebody, and it's a secret. You know what I mean? Like, these characters are garbage. Written by hacks, written by child intelligence having hacks. I wanted to make something iconic. Dude, like, you were in a book that got canceled. Like, I think I lost track, and I might be mixing it up with Miss Marvel, but the book got dunked on. She spent more time as a side character in an Iron Man book, wearing a suit that had Tony Stark as the onboard AI. You know what I mean? Like, these books don't carry America Chavez, Ms. Marvel, Ironheart, fake Hawkeye. None of them can carry a book. Current She-Hulk. None of these characters sell. But here we are. And what do you think? What do you think this show cost them? Right?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't have the number in front of me, but you know what I know it didn't cost them? Under $200 million. Fact. You know?
Yeah, maybe they'll do that one with a full drop too, like they did the Echo series, just to get it out.
You know what? If the Oracle's still here and has the trailer and hasn't closed the web browser, could we reopen it and go right to the beginning of the video, please? If we still have it up, or if we could find it, because the brand that Marvel puts that stuff under, you can mute it if you want. I'm looking for the logo that says Silver, like Marvel Silverlight or MCU Silverlight, because that's the division that Echo got dumped under when it came out. No, I think it's just this. I think that's literally all it says, I think. Unless or maybe slide it all the way to the end. And we can check to see if they say like around the release date. But that's where Echo line end up. And I agree with you, King. I think that's what they should do. Like, this should come out on Sunday at like 11 a.m. All episodes, get it out of or maybe Saturday, so it's out of the news cycle, you know? To live, laugh, love. Like, that's gag inducing as it is. Like all of this is so on brand for the parts of this that nobody likes. No, it's just Disney Plus.
Yeah, just Disney Plus.
So how uniquely terrible is Echo if they had to invent a separate line of business to stash that in, and they haven't even dumped Ironheart in that yet? I mean, maybe they will. Yeah. Like, I can't with this show. I hope is this the last one for a while? Or no, because we have Vision. Vision comes through. That's the next TV show they do, right?
Yeah, you're going to see White Vision become the new Vision.
Right. And what the name of that show is Vision Quest, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Not the 80s movie that I'd probably much rather watch because, Matt Modine and Linda Fiorentino, probably a better Crazy for You. It's great Madonna song there.
All right. So
little-
here's
little
one.
contract.
Here's a trailer that you requested. I have not even seen the first one, so
I don't even remember what it is.
it's Nobody 2.
Because I just saw this yesterday, and Paul Bettany is, I believe. in
Yeah,
Vision
Paul Bettany
Quest.
is going to be in Vision Quest. Yes.
Yeah. Let's see it. This is my man Odenkirk right here.
I've come to terms with the fact that you don't have an average job.
You guys having fun at the convention?
But we haven't
gonna
seen
like
you
this
in
setup.
months.
What happened to your eye?
Somebody found me at the game.
What game?
The one you missed.
And summer break's just a few days away.
We should do something. Strictly family time.
Come on, kids. It can be an adventure.
Let's do this.
I am just so happy to be all together.
Hey, city boy.
Hey,
Get out of here. Let's go right now.
I understand protecting your sister, but there
Should've
are
done
other
that.
ways to handle things.
I left my phone.
Hutch, no.
Yo, I like your way better.
Flip flop. It's over with a flip flop on.
What the hell, Hutch? On our first day?
I think I stumbled into something.
You can cut it there. It's more of that if you want to see it.
Full of drugs.
It's basically that. I just wanted you to see the Holiday Road from National Lampoon set up. Did you ever see part one of this? You ever seen Nobody?
No,
or Mr. Nobody?
I never saw Nobody.
Yeah, it was a pretty good little action romp. This looks a little lighter because it's the family vacation setup, but like the kinetics all look about the same. And Odenkirk, Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul. I love that guy. I think he can carry it here. But I just love the physical comedy in the fight where like the dude goes to hit him with the whack-a-mole mallet, but the chain
And it
doesn't
stops.
reach. The rest of the trailer's got a few more beats like that, but it's the National Lampoon's Vacation motif that kind of got me cracking up when I saw this the other day. I thought that was kind of funny. I think it's that might be a streaming movie too. I don't know if that was theatrical or not.
It was
I don't
the
remember.
first one was theatrical. So.
Was it? Okay. Then yeah, I'm sure the second one is too then.
Oh wait, yeah,
But
it is
it looks
because I
fun.
saw the movie poster when I went to go see Thunderbolt. So
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, for sure then. Cool, yeah, I'll be looking for that. I had to rewatch part one for the lulls just to see it. But I thought that looked like a bit of summer fun, like a more lighthearted take on the what are those Chris Hemsworth action movies where he's spec ops, he's a rescue team.
Extraction.
I think there's two of those. I've heard there's a third one on the way, and I'm like, okay, are we getting
it's
out
a
of
si-
superhero movies to?
It's
get
a
this shit
simple
done?
action film too.
Yeah.
Like there's no bigger story. There's nothing being told. It's just go in and do what.
Dudes with giant muscles and guns, 80s style, plenty of plot armor, never reloading, walking
Yeah.
off flesh wounds that aren't flesh wounds. Dude, sign me up.
Yeah.
You know, I hope they keep the budget modest like I do with everything else, because these movies should be a recipe for financial success until you bloat the budget, and then people are like, I could see it on streaming. I'm not going to go out and check that out.
Yeah.
You know, and then they kind of tank, which is a nice little segue if you want. We can get into a quick Andor topic to kind of round the evening out. If you want
We
to
have
talk
one
Andor.
more trailer. We have
Oh, I
one
forgot
more
we have one
trailer
more.
in Trailer-palooza. This is
Trailer-palooza.
what I sent to you to watch.
Oh, yeah.
So
Palooza 25.
This
Do
goes
it.
This goes into our horror theme, and we're going to see the trailer.
Oh
of
yeah,
Weapon.
this is good. Yes.
This
I
is
did
a
watch
true story that happened in my town.
Starts right off with the kid's voice.
So this one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole
I love
school.
it. And it's like, Are You Afraid of the
But
Dark?
today was
Story,
different.
Vampire Tale. Very Blair. It's also very
Every
Blair
other
Witch.
class had
It's
all
vibe
their
of that, I
kids.
think. Who did it?
But Mrs. Gandy's room was totally empty.
Empty as fuck.
And do you know why?
Jump scare.
Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
It's even better that it's a little.
I don't
girl's voice,
understand
too.
at
Makes it
all.
even creepier.
Why just her classroom? Why only hers?
Where are our children?
We have a lot of emotional parents here. I think it's best if you keep some distance from this place.
You think? Yeah, dude. Creepy kid on the thumbnail! Rolling?
Matthew, where are you?
They even run weird. They have their arms around.
Where did you go?
Like, weird.
This is where the story really starts.
I was waiting for the sinister ghoul jump face scare thing in front of the screen. I don't think they needed that.
That is a perfect trailer. Perfect
Yeah,
trailer.
it's tense. It's definitely tense. Reminds me a little bit of Black Phone's trailer.
Yeah.
Kind of dark, gritty, doesn't give everything away.
Yeah,
I don't know
Black
if
Phone
a
was
kid
a good
over it.
movie too.
Solid. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Ethan Hawke was good in that one. The kids were all
Yeah.
good in that one too. Yeah, dude, for sure, dude. It is creepy, but that's that used to be our focus, kind of. We used to talk a lot more horror movies. Go check out our horror drafts in our back catalog. Get a
I don't think we've done the horror draft. We've only done the action one. We keep putting it off.
Do we do? I mean, we did. Didn't we do the franchise tier list?
We did the
For,
franchise
we did
tier
the tier
list,
That's
but
right,
we didn't
never
do the
mind.
draft.
Oh, yeah, I think all the classics are the classics, and all of them beat Art the Clowns. I don't care. You know what I mean? That's probably why we didn't do it. But yeah, dude, it's a good trailer, and in opposition to what I wanted out of the Superman trailer, where I kind of wanted like a little synopsis just so I could know a little bit of what's going on in the world that I didn't have to derive from context of like a million different characters. This is setting up, you know, a probable witch kind of ghost story type thing, mass disappearance. You get the elements of the supernatural right away.
Mhm.
You get parents freaking out in the town meeting. That's a linchpin scene in these kind of movies when they're good, because you get to see parents boil right over that point. You know what I mean? Where they're okay.
Yeah.
I was reasonable when one kid went missing. 3 kids go missing. You hold your kids closer, but when the classroom vanishes, you're like,
The
okay,
entire classroom.
right? Yeah, not just like that one row. Although, dude, maybe one row would have been kind of weird. You know, like that'd have been kind of weird. I have to call our guys. We gotta maybe have them bring us in. But yeah, no, it looked good and tense. I like that. I hope I'm due for a horror movie that gets under my skin and lives there for a little while. It's been a hot minute since I saw that horror movie.
Yeah.
So I would I would like to see one like that. But
I
what
think
did you think of
the-
some beats there?
I think the
Oh, yeah,
last
go ahead.
one that did that to me was The Ring. That first
Oh,
Ring movie. That one hit different.
Wasn't Thanksgiving?
Oh no, definitely not Thanksgiving.
Wait, you mean the plastic dumpster that cut the lady in half? That didn't do it for you?
No, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
What about the
great.
lady that impaled herself falling off the roof? That somehow the body got carried up with no ladder and impaled on the sign. That wasn't it.
No.
Okay. Yeah. For the fact that the
The
lead character,
the Pilgrim would never make the top 50, 100 list.
Pilgrim's no fisherman, says the king.
That's
The
right.
Fisherman, bro. So you mean, and remember the end
Fisherman's
of that
underrated.
movie? Remember the end of that movie? The lead character, the final girl, had a loaded shotgun that she let go of and walked away from, and then was like, "If only I could defend myself." I'm still going to see part 2. The Shinnin was good. And we have to call it the Shinnin so we don't get sued. But we're going to call it the Shinnin. Pretty good. I'll give the Shining a pretty good on that one. But I've had some other more modern ones, like the King was saying. The Ring in college definitely hit like that for sure.
So back when you could buy this on DVD, I got it because I saw it before everyone in my barracks did. I was at school for basic non-commissioned officer tours, so we got everyone together in my room to watch it. None of them have seen it before, and I had my cell phone, and we had a room phone.
I think you told me the story.
At the very time where the phone would ring, I had it set up and I hit it and they run at the exact same time on the screen and the phone behind them. If you want to see 23 grown men jump up and like be scared, that was it. It was a funny moment. Oh, that was a good one.
Dude, it was solid. Dude, I still remember the reveal in that movie where like it looks like they hit the denouement at the end, and mom says to the kid, "Don't worry, mommy took care of her. Mommy took care of the situation. Mommy helped her." And the kid just goes, the color drains out of his face. He's like, "Why did you do that? Why did you help her?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, there's like 10 more minutes to this movie." And then it got ugly. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lived under my skin for a minute.
And if you guys heard about my sits at story, that is the perfect movie to break down the sits at structure for a movie is The Ring.
A lot of people do it. I think, like, just real quick on the horror movie thing, we can talk Andor another day if we have to, like maybe after we do our breakdown. But like horror movies, when done right, typically do follow like a very rigid structure, whether it's a 3-act, the 6-act, hero's journey, whatever. And it's because most people write those kind of script, or those spec scripts anyway, knowing that they have to keep things moving forward, or word of mouth tanks your movie out of boredom. So they know something cool has to happen every 8 to 10 pages, for 80 to 90 to 100 pages, or else it's a total flop. So so the tension is always ramping, and you can track that across an act grid, like you were talking about, very effectively. And I feel like horror gets no credit for getting that right, because everybody thinks all horror is Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
Or Terrifier, and it's not. Like Pape was mentioning, The Shining. Loads of character beats in a movie like The Shining. My most recent favorite is Sinister. I assume you've seen Sinister, right? With that Ethan Hawke, he's the writer, moves his family into the murder house.
Yeah,
dude, that lived under my skin for like a month for no good reason. There's nothing particularly jarring in it, but there was something about the tone and the bleakness of it that I'm like, oh god, the kids did it. Holy shit! Like, ouch.
Yeah.
So
sorry if you spoiled it. The movie's been out for 20 years.
Dude, Sinister came out in like 2007. Just go see it. I mean, I haven't seen part 2 because I'm sure it's not as good. But you ever seen part 2? You
No.
vouch for part 2? Yeah,
I have not seen part 2.
I
did like part 1.
Yeah, it was solid. I like how your boy D'Onofrio shows up as the professor in chair via Skype call to just break down the lore. Like, you assholes couldn't get to a library for 2 minutes. You're a writer. Figure it out. You can't look shit up. You're making us all look bad, Ethan Hawke. You drunk. Not Ethan Hawke, the guy.
Actually, a lot of writers do that. They have people who do research just for them.
Yeah, we have a guy.
I have mine. We got a guy.
We have a guy.
His name's Chad.
Yeah, that was my only nitpick on that movie was that. But yeah, I think horror gets the bum deal. But Weapons, at first when I saw it, is Weapons is not the new thing by Get Out, not Us, or whatever it was called. Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
That's not a Jordan Peele movie, right?
No, not a Jordan Peele movie.
But but I remember seeing a story. I think his production company wanted it, but they didn't secure rights to it because for whatever reason. So I know they were interested in that. That's a pretty high mark of quality.
Yeah,
like if that guy's
Jordan
trying
Peele
to buy
knows
up your IP.
Even though how funny Jordan Peele really is, he's great at horror too. I mean,
he's got more hits than misses. I think the only one I didn't like out of his was the Alien one.
Nope.
Nope. And that just veered out of more horror and into the alien abduction horror thing. But all the commentary stuff, like the social commentary horror, like Get Out and is it just Us? Is that the name of the other one with the black family and their doppelgangers? Yeah, like dude, that was the idea got pretty big near the end, and it kind of fell apart. But it was still the imagery and the tension through the scenes getting to the end. It was worth the ride, for sure. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what his version of that movie might have been. But I'm definitely down for Weapons as it is. Like just seeing them kids running, but like in not slow mo, but like kind of arms crooked slow mo, looked a little weird. Oh, hold on. Let's bring you can bring those up. That this is from behind the scenes as Winter Wolf Oracle acting as me. Apparently Jordan Peele fired his managers for losing the bidding war. Yeah, I thought I read that. The movie ended up selling the New Line. Solid for 38. Was supposed to come out in January next year, but test screenings were so overwhelmingly positive. It got pushed forward to August. Dude, I wonder why they're going August and not October. Is there a Saw movie coming out they're afraid of, or a Paranormal Activity? Because this should be the Halloween movie.
They might have not been able to get it in because I think there's a bidding war for October because of how big a movie. But August fits perfect because you're starting to get into that. You're winding down summer. School's already started back here, so.
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, how early do you guys go back to school? You going back to school August 4th?
Yeah, like that. Like
really?
Days of August.
Oh wow, we go end of August still up here, or if we're lucky, depending on the snow days, it can be early September. like September 3rd, depending.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, I mean, you're right. I love me a good horror movie experience at the theater in October. It doesn't have to be on Halloween, but the crowd, if you get a decent crowd that's not acting a fool, I mean, you got to have the right kind of crowd, but like the jump scares get everybody. People laugh after the jump scare when they calm down a little bit. I love watching the people scream. I love watching the people fake like they're not scared, but you can tell because they give you the
Also,
I love that.
It gives you a little bit of good vibes too, because all you hear recently is movies getting pushed back. Like, oh, that's not coming out until 2026 now. This one actually got moved forward. So I think that's a good sign for the movie as well.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to Weapons then. It'd be good to change things up because we've done a lot of genre stuff lately, as you guys have followed us week to week on FrostCast and our news topics, and then our show coverages with Andor and The Last of Us. Which we have to wrap up soon because we're out of Andor. I got to watch that this week so we can get that out.
Yep, and we only got 2 more weeks of Last of Us.
Dude, and that was something that we both got wrong when we did our recorded coverage. I thought we were both thinking it was like 8 or 9. There's only 7.
Only 7.
Good Lord.
So my prediction right.
Season 3. Oh, you do your prediction 100%. Hats off. We're not seeing Abby again.
Not seeing Abby again.
This is a Kill Bill situation for sure. She's gonna probably get one more.
She'll probably get the first guy, the guy she cut. Yeah. I think that's gonna be the next one.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. And then captured at the end, maybe a cliffhanger going into season. I don't know how the game plays.
No, I think someone gets hurt, and they kind of have to like go into hiding.
Dude, and you know what? I do know who that is because I did read enough of the plot on the game launch to know that there's an injury that happens. But we're not going to get into that today. King Z and Oracle, thank you for your time. I think we should wrap up FrostCast 42 so I can return to caregiver responsibilities because it is about that time, I think.
Yeah, it is about that time.
Medicines and things. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Like the video, share us out, please. Comments. Pape, we appreciate you, dude. I appreciate the nod on the breakdown for 7, 8, 9. We really did love those episodes. And hopefully 10, 11, 12 hit that mark also for us. But until then, dude, we will catch you next time.
Well, see ya.